I'm glad to be doing this today, and I would like to spend with you the next 60 minutes so that we can talk about building a business of the 21st century. This is going to be a training and a presentation like you've never seen before, and I'm super excited to be doing this today. And I'm also glad for those who thought it wise to give me this opportunity as well. And we want to learn how we can be able to start a business that can fit into your current schedule. And the big why that we are doing this is so that we can all be able to move from hustle to freedom. I know so many of us have heard that word, financial freedom, but it seems like something that you may never achieve. But today, we shall look at how we can be able to finally achieve it. Because so many Kenyans are in what I call the paycheck prison. Today is on the 3rd of October. Most people were paid on the 30th, and so many of the people who are paid on 30th today, even though it is a Friday, they're already broke. And so now for the next 30 days, they're just trying to work so that they can get the next paycheck. They have used up all their money in the last 2 days, but I want to be able to show you how we can start to build lasting wealth. And who is the person speaking to you this evening? My name is James Mumo. I am an entrepreneur. I'm a former banker as well. And I want to share a little about my life in the next 60 seconds so that you can see the kind of person who is speaking to you today. On the very left here, I was in Form 3 about 20 or so years ago, and I thought I knew everything. You can even see the kind of swag that I have right there. I thought I knew everything. And when I finished high school, I was starting to think of which gifts do I have? What are the things that I can do? And if you see in the second image, there was somewhere where I was performing. I will not tell you where. You will need to do your sleuthing to find out. And I thought, by the way, I might become an artist and be like the big musicians that we have in the country today. Of course, life had different plans. And I was just trying to grow up and find, what do I do with my life? I landed on a bank job. And the people who know me, I was bigger then. Now at least I'm working on my weight as well. And this was a job that is one of those good jobs because I was working at a bank. But I knew something. If I ever wanted to reach my dreams, employment would not get me there. And so I looked at how can I be able to get a little closer to my dreams. And the first step that I took was to get self-employed. And I got self-employed, picture number 4, because I currently run a photography business, which is my self-employment. And we'll look at why I'm calling it self-employment and not a business. And I have been running that from 2019 till date. And of course, it has had its levels of success and a lot of lessons as well. And then 2 years ago, I met this business. And I'll give you the distinction of why I say I met a business. Because there's a very big difference between being self-employed and having a business. And this business has already transformed my life faster than I thought. And I want to be able to share that story with you as we go on. And I hope that you are excited as I am. And if you can hear me, just write yes in the chat. Super excited to be doing this. And so one of the questions that I want to ask you this evening is, what is your dream? And I want to know in the chat, what is your dream? I know as I was growing up myself, I wanted to become an engineer. That's what I wanted to be in that first photo. I wanted to be an engineer. And I want to know from you, if money was not a problem, how would your life look like? If in 5 years from now, money is not a problem, you live like a Luo, how would your life look like? I want to know in the chat. Tell me, how would your life look like? Because if you can be able to articulate how your life would look like, there is a lot that you can be able to do. Because so many of us are stuck in the cogwheel of life because we have forgotten our dreams and how our dreams are supposed to look like. I'm waiting to see your dreams in the chat. I'm waiting to see those dreams in the chat. How would your ideal life look like if money was not a problem? That is really important, that you can be able to wake up every single day thinking about, this is what I want my life to look like. Nataka maisha yangu yakae hivi. That's the thing that is moving you every day. Because without dreams, without goals, what is the reason why we are doing any of these things? And so, with the dreams that we have, they are usually in three categories. The first is financial freedom, that you can be able to go wherever and you are not worried about money. That's one of the biggest things that so many people have. Imagine right now, people have just been paid, but you're looking at, my salary came in atoshana hivi, and then I need to make sure I do this. I can't do this because I don't have the money. Carol says, I would travel the world enjoying God's creation. Imagine that. You go around and all the 7 wonders of the world, you have seen all of them. The second is time freedom, that you can be able to do whatever you want at any time. You can enjoy it all. You can have your cake and eat it. Time freedom is really important. And this was very apparent, especially when I was employed, because you never had time freedom. You want to go somewhere, your boss tells you, you want to go on leave, but you're told you need to book 2 weeks in advance, and then we will see whether we will approve. If that is you, put a 1 in the chat, no time freedom, so that we can start working on it. Jackie says, paying bills without feeling the pinch. Imagine if you had no bills, not even just paying the bills, but what if you had no bills? Now that would even be much better. And the truth is, good health is one of the biggest of them all, that you can be able to enjoy more moments with loved ones. This is really good. And someone says, change the environment I live in, so that you can change even the estate where you stay. You know, so many of us, we live in that estate because that is what we can afford. But what if you can stay in the neighborhood that you want, that you choose? Not your wallet choosing for you. You are able to afford whichever one that you want. That is a dream. That is a vision that we have. And so, this is me. I was stuck in a 9 to 5. I was in a place where for quite a while, actually the bulk of the time, I had toxic bosses. And I know that is an experience for so many people. And I found that I wanted to create a second income. I really needed to find a way to create a second income and the ability to be able to just live my life on my own terms. And that is a dream of so many people. You look at the people that you are surrounded with and you always feel like you're getting depressed. I was having that discussion with a young man today and he was telling me, you know what? I'm earning money. I have enough money. I have saved, but this job is draining me. This is a reality for so many people who are in employment. And so you have to start working on, how do I get to live my life on my own terms? And I want to know in the chat, are you among the people who feel you are stuck in a job that limits your dreams? Tell me a yes in the chat if you're among the people who feel like you are stuck in a job that limits your dreams. You wake up on a Monday morning and you feel already tired. Imagine on a Monday morning, you feel already tired. You think of, Yani, I'm going back to that office. If you have that feeling, tell me yes in the chat. Perpetual says yes. Emmanuel says yes. Do you feel like you're running a business where you feel like you're making everyone else money except yourself? And I know this, especially in the matatu industry, this is very possible. But do you know what? Even in my photography business, there is a job that I have done that I have felt I have paid everyone apart from me. And that is something that happens for so many people. You may even be seen that you're running a business and people think that you have money. But imagine even your employees. How many people know that you can get employees who have more money than you? That is a reality for so many business people. This is a thing that we are working on living. And so the Kenyan reality is this. So many of us, we wake up even before sunrise. I remember even when I was employed that I would wake up at 5 because I know by 5:30 I'm supposed to be out of the house. And even that time, I had not even been blessed with a car. So that meant that I needed to walk from my house all the way to the stage, which is like a kilometer away. And you're hoping and praying every day. You're hoping and praying that you'll not find any thieves around on your route from the house to the stage. And you're fighting traffic. You're seated next to someone early in the morning and they have not even taken a bath. This is the reality that people are facing. You're in a packed matatu. You're wondering if you let this one go, the next one is going to be more expensive by 20 bob or 30 bob. And you do not even have that money. That is the Kenyan reality. That is the reality of so many people. And then you're working every single day and you're hoping that at the end of the month, you will make some money. And then at the end of the month, you get paid like this, but it feels like money just comes into your account like this, and then it has left through all the 100 bills that are there. And so you're wondering, okay, today is 3rd, I don't have any money, and yet you were just paid 2 days ago. That can be you. I know that may be you right now. And you're looking at, there's rent to be paid, there's food to be paid, there's transport, school fees. In fact, now school fees is 8 weeks, but they need the money now. Even data is a problem that you're hoping that you can get to a place with free Wi-Fi so that you can be able just to browse the internet. All these bills on you, and you're broke. People see you, they think you have a very good job, but you're already broke. The people who come around you, and there are people who will always text you, can you send me some 200 shillings, because they think you're the one with money. And you get angry because you're seeing this message and you know, this person, even if I send them money, the truth of the matter is they will not give me that money back. And you're hustling over time. You have a side hustle that you're trying, or you've started poultry in Ushago, or you're doing farming, wherever it is. And then you think of financial freedom that Mumo is talking about, and it feels like a dream. And I know so many millions of Kenyans are facing this reality. And it's not that you're lazy. I know most of you are not lazy. You're very hardworking and you have the right mind. But there is a system that you are following that is keeping you at that place. And I want to show you that it is possible to get out of that particular system. And this is just some of the statistics around mass job losses, people trying to go even to Qatar and they have slave-like foreign jobs. 80% of workers are already ready to quit their jobs, but the only reason they are staying is because of their bills. That is the reality today. That is the reality today. And as you're going through this, I want to be able to show you this evening the 12 steps to financial freedom. Allow me to introduce you to a company that I am partnered with, that I work with, that is helping me to get towards financial freedom. This company is called BF Suma. It stands for Bright Future Superior Unique Manufacturers of America. And as I interrogated this business about 2.5 years ago, because I did that for close to 6 months, I am a skeptic. Let me tell you, you are not a skeptic more than me. I am a bigger skeptic. I looked at this company, tried to find out if they actually are doing the things that they are doing. And because I know, I'm bright. I do not want to get into things that I'm scamming myself or I'm losing my own money. So I interrogated this company for close to 6 months. And then I discovered this is the vehicle I am going to use to get to financial freedom. And so I want to share with you the things that I discovered, because now, if you are an employee that is here, if you're running a business and your employees are stealing your money, if you have been looking for a way to break free, then I want to show you exactly how you can be able to do it this evening. And the first step is to realize that a job is not freedom. I know so many people, even when we get online, people get and they say, you know, if you're looking for a job, inbox me. Hey, my friend, a job is not freedom. And I have some people watching on TikTok as well here. So a job means trading time for money. They pay you so that they can make use of your skills, they can make use of your strength, they can make use of your brain, and they make sure that they are using you at your prime. That is the definition of a job. That is the definition of a job. If you don't work, we don't pay you. In fact, I know an employer who I would interact with while I was still in employment. And that particular employer, if you did not show up for 3 days, you lose your job. So people would show up at work. Some of them are sick, but they have to show up, because if they don't show up, they will not make any money. And so these are people who are stuck in the employee quadrant. And we'll look at the quadrant in a few. But a business is different. And I will show you that difference, because a business has a system that keeps running even when you are not there. We have been taught that we have to sweat in order to make money. But what if I showed you a way to be able to build a business that you can get to a point it is stable and does not require you? It can run independent of you. It is making an income for you without your input. That would be really amazing. That even if you're sick, you are still making money. Even if you're on holiday, you're still making money. The idea is this, and the question is this: what if you could create a second income without quitting your job? You have your job, it is paying your bills. You have your job, it is paying your bills. You are able to get extra cash, extra freedom, and less stress. That would be really amazing to actually have. And it is really important for us to be able to interrogate this so that you can be able to see how you can grow yourself and get to financial freedom. The second step is the system, the ready-made system called BF Suma. If you're starting a business, if you're getting into self-employment, most of the time you'll need to decide which business you're going to do, which products are you going to sell, where are you going to locate your business. But if you partner with BF Suma, the products already exist. They have been for the past 17 years. And you can be able to come in, it's already been created, it's already been tested, and all you need to do is come in and you will now make use of the products, make use of the brand, and you can be able to grow. Secondly, you do not need to create any infrastructure. The infrastructure has already been created for you. Pricing has already been done for you. The products are tested. You already have the customer price, you already have the seller price, you even have the benefits of the products as well. So your work is just to look for clients. And then third, no employees. If you're employed and you've tried starting a side hustle, especially in the rural area, you know the pain of having employees. Your employee can be in that shamba and they are selling the maize that you have planted. And when you go home, you hear the shamba did not produce enough maize. They have been seen in the market selling maize. Where did they get that maize from? From your own sweat, blood, and tears. And you are able to build a business that does not require employees. All you do is plug into the existing system and you can be able to make money out of it. And fourth, you are able to build a business that is part-time friendly. While you're still doing your job, and we have so many of our partners here who are building their business part-time. They go to the office 9 to 5. At 6 p.m., they're in the office building their dreams. And then you can get to a point where you can build full-time freedom. This is really important for us to be able to understand. A ready-made system exists. Imagine you can be able to earn while you sleep. If you're on holiday in Mombasa, you're sitting in the Thika Road traffic. That is the power of business thinking. And the third thing to realize here is the fact that you need to connect with your why. You need to connect with your why. And I want to know in the chat below, what is your why? What is the reason why you joined this meeting this evening? What are you hoping to achieve? Because this is a thing that will keep you going. Even as things are going wrong, even as times look hard in the economy, you'll be able to resonate with this why that you have. This is the thing that you can be able to do. This is the way you can be able to grow yourself, by reconnecting with your why. I want to know in the chat, what is your why? Maybe it is, Jacinta says, I want to grow my financial base. Yeah, you can be able to look at your bank account and you're not touching that money because you don't need it right now, right? Sheila Ochola says financial freedom. That is amazing. And financial freedom, you need to start giving the exact amounts you want in your bank account. Wilson says, I am tired of being broke. I like that. You need to get tired if you're going to make a decision. If you're okay with the way things are, it's okay. There's nothing we can do. But if you're tired, then you can actually make a decision. Your why can be, you stop living paycheck to paycheck, that you're always in salary advance, that you're always in mobile loans, that you're always in Shylocks, that life can stop, that you can be able to pay your loans. Margaret says, I want my child to have a better future. That is a good one. That you can even be able to take them to the school that you would like them to go to. You can even be able to take them to a school that they say, we are going to have some trips out of the country. That would be a good one. If you have parents who have not yet retired, you can be able to retire your parents, that they know they do not need to go to work, that they do not need to go to the shamba. They can just be able to live their old lives happy. That can be the thing that is your why. And you need to reconnect with your why. Carlson says, I want to work with family. That is amazing. You can be able to spend more time with your family. So many of us, we get out of the house before our children wake up. We get back to the house after they have gone to sleep. Imagine 6 days a week, you live in the same house with your children, but they never see you. Imagine that. But you can be able to reconnect to a why and say, I want to be able to drop my children to school. And that can be your why. That can be the reason why you're doing this business, that you're just doing that. How about even buying land and stopping paying rent, and you can be able to build your dream house? Because people will connect with stories, not facts. This is the thing that will actually get you to financial freedom, because your story will inspire someone to get a new path. And for me, what my biggest why is just on the screen. I was sharing a few days ago about this mansion-like house, this resort-like house. In fact, when I was looking at some photos, I saw someone that I know who's built a resort in Ukambani that looks like this. And I'm thinking to myself, you know what, guys? This is not a resort. This will be my house. This will be my house. And I want to get to that point where when they are naming that area, they will change the name of that area because of the house. You know the way you can go around Mua and you'll hear Ukundiokwa, so and so. You know that former governor? That is the person that they named that place. So you can be able to have a house where you need to call someone on their phone so that they can hear you. Because maybe you're down here in the swimming pool and the person who is calling you is on this side. You can see me standing at the right here. That's the house. And even the black Range Rover, this is the car that I want to be driving. 0 mileage. I go into the dealership, I pick my black Range Rover, 0 mileage. That is the why that I have. Of course, I will have been able to get anything that I need. Latricia says inheritance for my children. That is really powerful. Connect with your why. Because if you connect with your why, you can be able to move in this quadrant. So many people are stuck at employee, trading time for money. And then they just move. They just move to self-employed. But your income stops if you stop. As a photographer, one of the things that was a real problem to me was the fact that if I do not get gigs for myself, my friend, I do not make any money. And so I needed a business that I can be able to do, that I can be able to have what is known as leverage. Leverage is the ability to make use of my own resources and the resources of other people as well to get to financial freedom. Because when you are a business owner, your systems earn for you. And you're earning money so that you can also graduate to become an investor, where the money that you make is also making you money. Imagine this. There are people who make more money than the CEOs of a company, of the same company they are invested in, because they are investors in that company, that you can become a shareholder as well. And that opportunity also exists within BF Suma, that you can start the business. And as you're growing this business, you will get to a level where you'll also become a shareholder, where every single month you are making a bonus that is tied to the profit of the company. That is indeed amazing, that you can be able to move from the left, where 5% of the wealth is made, and you can move to the right, where 95% of the wealth is made. And of course, they say money makes a lot of noise, but wealth whispers. And I want to move to wealth. I hope you also want the same, that you can be able to build a business, and this business can also be able to help you to invest as well. And the question is this, I want to know in the chat, are you open? Tell me yes if you're open. I'm open to earning extra income. I'm open to working part-time. I'm open to this proven system that pays me daily, it pays me weekly, it pays me monthly. I want to know, are you open? Perpetual says, I am open. Garang says, yes, I am open. I want to know if you are open. Sheila says, I am open. Because opportunities can never come your way if up here you're closed. Because being poor means passing over opportunities repeatedly. That is the thing that hurts so many people, that every single opportunity that they see it as, this person wants money from me. No. You will find an opportunity. Imagine this. Someone was seated in a room with Alibaba, Jack Ma, and Jack Ma was telling them, we want to build this business that will rival Amazon in the world. And someone said, that opportunity I do not want. Imagine there is someone who was with Steve Jobs, and he actually bought shares so early on with Steve Jobs, and then he sold those shares. And today he would have been among the most rich people, but he passed over that opportunity. And so today, if you want to get wealthy, you have to be open to new opportunities. This is the opportunity that exists. And we can be able to build a freedom business. In this business, it is more about the art of building assets, not just about building income. When you are running a self-employment, when you are in employment, all you're thinking about is income. But when you are running a business, you are looking at building assets. And I'll show you the assets that exist within BF Suma, so that you can be able to transform your journey within BF Suma into a sustainable wealth creation system. That is the thing that we are building. It's not just about the money. It's about building a system that can be able to pay you for years to come, that you can take the next 5, 10 years building this business, and it will be able to pay you, pay your children, pay your grandchildren. As long as we are still here and Jesus has not yet come back, you're still making money because of the assets that you have built right now. And this is more than just income. It is about building assets. So what is an asset? An asset is something that pays you even when you are not working. So many of us, we wake up every day because if you do not show up to work, your boss can fire you. But what if you're able to do the time now, do the hard work now to build an asset that will be able to pay you for years to come? And so in BF Suma, which are the assets that you need to build? They are in two forms. One is in your customers. The products that we have, you will sell them to people and make money. The asset is in repeat customers so that they will come and they will buy again, and they will also refer other people to come and buy from you. That is the asset that you need. That whenever people are talking about a particular situation and they're looking for a solution when it comes to health, wealth, and freedom, they refer to you. And you also build the second asset. The second asset is people. You invest in people so that they can be able to build their own assets as well. Once you invest in these people and they are becoming independent, you are duplicating and you are forming your wealth foundation. And so you need to have a money tree mindset. What is a money tree mindset? A money tree mindset says that you focus on building a money tree, not chasing one of sales, so that when someone refers you to someone, you're plucking from the money tree, you make some money. And then they tell someone else about you, you pluck from that money tree. And then you meet someone else who is looking to start a business to get their own foundation. You help them, you groom them, you mentor them, you coach them so that you can be able to get onto your money tree. You act like a farmer. You're not just thinking about how much money I'm going to make today. You're thinking about how do I plant a tree, water it so that it can bear fruit, put fertilizer on it, and so that I can be able to get from it every single day for the rest of my life. That is exactly what we are working on building in this business. And I want to share with you this business, and it is a simple business. It is a personal franchise. What does that mean? The products exist, the plan exists, the people exist. All we are asking you to do is look for your own clients. We'll not tell you to use a lot of money to start the business like a normal franchise would. It is low startup and it is flexible because you can build it around your own time and you can be able to scale it at the speed that you want. If you want to be able to reach your dreams in 1 year, you'll be able to do it. All it requires you to do is put in effort. If you want to just take your time and build your business at your own pace, that is on you as well. Because it is your business, you're the one who tells people what you want. This is the business that you are building. And of course, the way it works is that, of course, you partner with a manufacturer. Our manufacturer is based in the United States. Your work is moving these products from the manufacturer to the customers. And when you do that, you earn an income. And as you're doing this and making money, you make money because you're selling what are called nutraceuticals. These are natural supplements. So what are nutraceuticals? These are products that are derived from food. These are not chemical products. They are derived from food because we know the foods that have extra health benefits. So the company has done a lot of research and development to produce these products. And these are the products that we go and we sell to our intended clients. We have products which help with bone and joints. We have products that help with the cardiovascular system. We have products that help with digestive system. We have products that help men with their male reproductive health. We have those that help women with their reproductive health as well. We have products for our children to make sure that they do not keep on getting sick every single time. We have products that help with anti-aging, reversing back your years, reversing back and keeping your mind sharp. We have all these products, and the person who has invited you will show you in detail these products, and you can be able to also come in and see and use them yourself, so that as you are talking about these products, you can be able to show people the results that you're getting. Because for me, the product is this one. This is an immune booster called Pure Unbroken, which we'll talk about in a minute. This is a product I keep very close to me so that I keep my immunity high. And I always use it every single evening as I'm about to go and sleep, because this is a product that I believe in, that I've seen its transformation for someone as busy as I am, because I was having so many issues with sleep. And because of using this particular product, I'm able to now have a very good sleep. In fact, sometimes the quarrel is that I get into bed and within 2 minutes, I've already started sleeping. So this is a product that I recommend. And you are getting into a market with a very high demand for people who want to stay healthy. And these health products have real benefits. If you come to our training halls, you'll be able to hear so many testimonials of people who have used these products, that they have transformed their lives, and now they are great ambassadors of the efficacy of the products that we have. And so, why do we sell these products? Why? Because so many people these days, they are thinking about their health. People are careful about their health. And so there's a rising demand for quality products. And that is what we offer, because they're easy to sell, because people want help. The demand is there. We are looking for the people to actually take it to the people. And so the products, people can be able to use them every single day, and they are priced correctly so they can be able to fly off the shelves. And the person who is bringing you will also show you how can you be able to get your clients? How can you be able to build a team? These are the things that will happen as you are doing this business. Because our work here is not just trying to convince you. Our work is not to pressure you or to beg you to join. We are here just to be able to show you the opportunity that exists. And the truth of the matter is, we know that this opportunity is not for everyone, but probably this opportunity is for you. You will see this opportunity, and once you resonate with it, you'll be able to run. There are people who will be able to see this and say, me, I do not do such things. Imagine, it's okay. We are not forcing, because we cannot take you on the same place unless we've agreed. Once you see the opportunity, if you've seen the opportunity, then we can be able to walk with you. Our work is just to sort. Our work is to sift for gold, because we know some will, some won't. So what? Someone is waiting. This is the business that we are in. And in order to be able to build this business and build it to be stable, we do some things, and we teach the people that we bring into the business to do those things. Because you can never reach your targets alone. That is not possible. If it were possible, we would not be here today. But because we want to walk with you, because we want to help you to reach to your goal, you will be supported. And so you, as a person, the things that you learn, you will also teach to the people you are showing this business opportunity, so that they can be able to learn from you. And as they learn as well, they can be able to teach other people. And if you're able to build 3 teams of you have taught, and then you get to the next level, and then you get to the next level, and the message is remaining the same, then you will have built a stable business. Because success in this business is not about how many people you can recruit. It is in how many people can do the same thing that you are doing. And we try and keep it as simple as possible, because this is not a business of trying to get superstars, people who are trying to do everything on their own. This is a business that we can be able to build with the people who know a lot and the people who don't. That it is just a way of, this is what you need to tell people. This is how you can be able to get clients. And so you can be able to build your business in a very sustainable way. And this is really important for us to be able to understand so that we can be able to automate the growth that we are looking for. So many of us are used to doing the business in a way that is extremely manual. But as you get into the business, you will be shown how you can be able to use tools to replace some of the very many repetitive tasks that exist within a business. If it is a flyer, you can be able to share a flyer instead of having to sit down with someone for 10 minutes trying to explain the same thing, and you're probably talking to 15, 20 people. You can be able to share a short video that shows the benefits of the product and someone can be able to see. You can be able to share a short clip that shows the things that happen within the business. All this is possible because we are working on building a business that can be able to run. Even as you're doing your primary employment right now, you can still be able to build a business. And we'll introduce you to our WhatsApp groups where you can be able to find support. If you have any question, you will ask it there. Someone will answer you and you can be able to actually grow your business. When was the last time you were trying to build something and then you ask someone else who's doing the same thing for help and they give it to you? That only exists within our system in BF Suma. And then you also give your customers a VIP treatment where you nurture their loyalty. You make sure that you're educating them about the products that they are taking. You're answering all their questions. You're helping them to get to the help that they need. This is at the core of our business, building people and helping people get healthy so that you can be able to get repeat purchases automatically. The customer service that you give is what will actually help you to get to the targets that you have. Because if you can be able to help people get what they want, you will also get what you want as well. And so I want to share with you a few of the income streams that exist within BF Suma. First is product sales. For instance, I'm able to go to the shop and buy this product at a discount. I get it for 30% off. When I am selling it, I make a 30% in sales profit. This is our immune booster, our premium immune booster. And this is a product that should be used by every single person who exists, who is alive. They need an immune booster. And so anytime I sell it, and I'll show you the math in a future slide, anytime I sell it, I make a profit. Okay? And that is a normal business because the product exists. And so all I do is move it to a consumer who actually needs it. Sometimes the consumer is me. Most of the time, the consumer is someone else. And this is a product that I love selling. And then at the end of the month, the company comes and checks and says, Mumo, how many of the products did you sell? How many products did you sell? And it sees on the system, these are the products that you sold. And then it gives me what we call a bonus. It's an end month rebate because this company is not looking for customers. This company is not out there trying to advertise. So it's not even spending on a lot of stuff. It is me as a partner with it, as a distributor with the business that I'm looking for those clients. So it tells me, okay, I have between 5% and 28% that I want to give to you because you moved so many of the products to clients. That is exactly what happens. And then during the month, there are so many incentives. There are cash incentives. There are non-monetary incentives. We had someone who won a blender in my group just this week, and we celebrated because they still made the money. They're still going to get their end month bonus. That is really important, that you can be able to make this money at the same time. And as you're building this, you also can get a car. This is in 2024. These are a few vehicles that were given out. There were 15 vehicles that were given out last year, 14 that were given out this year. And you can be able to build this business as you're building people, as you're building sales. You also get a car as well. And you can get a car every single year. There are people in this meeting who've gotten 1 car, 2 cars, 5 cars in this meeting because of building a team and also building people as well. And for the people who like to travel, travel exists. And for me, this is a photo that I took last year when I was taken to Masai Mara. And in fact, I feel like I should be going back every year to Masai Mara. This was one of those big experiences that so many people never get. Yet Masai Mara is in Kenya. We were able to even view the wild beasts as they were moving from the side of Tanzania to come to Kenya. And people have gone all the way to France, to USA, to Hong Kong. 2 weeks ago, people were in the Maldives. This month, people are going to South Africa. This exists in this business. Fully paid trips because of 2 things: building people and building customers and selling products to customers. And as well, every 5 years, when you get to a particular rank, you will be given money to build your own villa. And we have one of our team members who's getting their villa this year. This is something that we can see with our own eyes. People getting into the business, working in the business, getting the rewards as well. And this is a thing that has built our belief up to this time. And so as you are building, I want to give you an example. Remember the product that we talked about? I want to show you some little math here. Nataka nikuonyeshe hesabu kidogo tu. When you're buying this product, unainunua na 7,830. And because of the 30% profit, you sell it at 10,200. So every time you sell the product, you make 2,370. Every time it is moving into the hands of a customer, you get 2,370. And so if I look for wateja watano, I make 11,850. If I'm aggressive enough and I look for enough clients, 20 clients, I make 47,400. That is the possibility that exists within this particular business. And so if you're able to build and get 20 clients in the business, then you can make an income of a minimum of 65,652. If you got 10 clients, 23,000 is enough to pay rent. If you got 10 sales at the end of the month, you made 30,000. That is enough to pay for school fees. If you got 20 sales, that is even higher than the net pay of so many people who are employed and they are in so many huge formal jobs that exists to tell you that you do not need a degree to make money. All you need to do is find a business that works, do all you're told, and you make the money. Will not ask you for anything apart from your ID. Will not ask you whether you went to school or not. Will not ask you how many degrees you have. Will show you this is how you can be able to build a business. This is how you make money. This is how you create an advert. These are the things that the person who has brought you here today will be able to show you. And you're asking yourself, what if I have no experience? I have never tried network marketing. I have never sold anything. Don't worry. We have training every single day for new people. We have trainings in our training halls. We have trainings in the evening at 8 p.m., a training similar to this. And the truth is, this is real because you will come and hear, you will come and see the stories of the people that are here. They will be able to actually increase your belief as well. What if you're very busy? The truth is, you can work at your pace. You can be able to build this business at your pace. If you can only find 1 hour or 2 hours a day to build a business, that is still okay. You can be able to build the business that way. And someone is asking, can this work for me? And the question is, why not? It is working for other people. It will also work for you as well. All you need is to be teachable. All you need is to have a heart to be coached, that you're willing to listen to someone, even though they may be having smaller formal education than you, but because they know something that you do not know, you sit down, you humble yourself to listen so that you can be able to learn how to grow yourself. And as you're building this business, the truth is you will not build this business alone. If you are self-employed, you would be competing with everyone. But here we are only supplementing what you are doing. And how are you being supported to build your business? First is we have wellness clinics where you can be able to bring your patient to get a bioscan. The bioscan is only 1,500 shillings, and they see a doctor who helps them to understand how their body is doing. And once they have understood how their body is doing, the doctor will also recommend which supplements they need to take. And it now is your work to be able to make that sale. The doctor is not going to make the sale. You are the one who's going to make the sale. You are the one building the business. And the client cannot buy directly from the shop. They have to buy from you. Secondly, like I mentioned, we have online training. 8 p.m. from Sunday to Friday, we have training so that you can be able to build your business. The person who has brought you today is also responsible for coaching you so that you can be able to get and start building your business. And in our outlets in Nairobi, Kitengela, Meru, Embu, Dar es Salaam, Kampala, all these places, Nakuru, you can be able to actually go in and get trained as well so that you can grow your business in a very, very big way. And we'll show you the system that exists. And allow me to just peruse through our system. It's called the Eagle system. When you're coming in, we'll show you how can you be able to engage with people. What do you need to tell them when you are explaining this business? How do you ask the questions that can be able to sort out who is serious, who is not, who wants to start the business, who is a time waster, and how can you be able to guide them? Because you'll be able to guide them by following up several times so that you're guiding them gently. You're not pushing them. You're not nagging them. You're showing them how they can be able to start living the life of their dreams. Because the truth of the matter is so many people want to change their lives, but they don't want to do the things that are required in order to change their lives. So your work is to remind them their big why so that they can go towards their dreams. And then you launch them into the business with the right kit, depending on how much money that they have, depending on how many resources they have. You can be able to show them, if you start at this amount, you'll be able to get ABCD. You can be able to start at this amount and you'll be able to get a bigger kit. Or you can start at this amount and you'll be able to get this. And at the same time, we also will equip you. We do not leave you to try and figure out everything on your own. We will guide you. We will show you how to do the business. If you're lost, we will bring you back to show you, and then we'll duplicate that as well. And we'll teach you so that you can be able to go on and also teach other people on the Eagle system. And the truth of the matter is, this business, you need to focus on residual income. This is the goal, that you can be able to escape the paycheck to paycheck living. And you stop working for money, but you let money work for you in 3 ways. One, we mentioned customer reorders. Secondly, it is in the sales that are done by yourself and your team, because you're duplicating this as well, so that you can be able to break free from trading your time for money, because you're able to build a business where now your work is helping those people reach their dreams because you are financially free. Your income keeps on coming every single month because of this business. And this business is not just about sales. It is also about expanding leadership, because sales brings an income, but leadership brings wealth. What we are working on building, yes, we want to sort out the bills right now, but remember, the 5,000, 10,000, 20,000 that you'll be earning right now from the sales that you're doing, that is not the ultimate goal. The ultimate goal is to be able to create long-term prosperity from raising successful leaders who duplicate. That is where the wealth comes in, that you can be able to pour into other people, that you can be able to mentor other people, and that way you'll be able to build a business that outlasts you as well. And you can be able to go global. So many of us are used to small business, but in partnering with BF Suma, you'll be able to have the opportunity to go global. You can build your business in Kenya. You can build your business in Uganda, in Tanzania, in Zambia, in South Africa, in Nigeria, in the US, wherever it is. We will be able to open and operate in multiple countries as well. And then the good thing is you have a business that is supporting you in handling the fulfillment. If you have a client in another country, you can be able to get that product to them. No borders. If you want to build in whichever country, you can be able to build in that country. And then, unlike other businesses that people frown upon, building a business on the phone, and they call it telephone farming, you can actually be able to build your business using your phone. Just being on your phone, getting onto social media, you can be able to build your business because all your clients are on your phone, all your communication on your phone. The system to be able to manage the business as well is on the phone as well. You can be able to build a business worldwide just from your mobile device, anywhere, anytime as well. And this is the truth of the matter, because you need to understand that leadership is the real money. Because if you help one person to earn, you can change their life. But if you help 100 people to earn, you will create legacy wealth. This is the thing that we are trying to build, legacy wealth. When you have a job, your salary stops the day you stop working. But if you're able to build a business with BF Suma, once you've built the system, income keeps flowing even when you step away. And so that has three main effects. One is generational impact, that you can be able to pass down freedom to your children, not bills, not Shylocks, not loans. You're able to give an inheritance to your children and your children's children because you have built this business that will outlive you. Secondly, you get 24/7 income flows, that people, wherever they are across the globe, they are buying products, even when it is sleeping time here and it is time people are awake in another country, you're still making an impact. Even when you're sleeping, even when you're traveling and you're spending time with your family, your business is always growing. And then you can also be able to break the cycle. If there are people in your lineage have never driven a car, you can be the first person to drive a car. If people in your village have never boarded an airplane, you can be the first person to board an airplane. If in your village there is no one who's ever been a millionaire, you can be the first millionaire in your village because your children inherit a system and they do not inherit poverty. Because the thing is this, Kenyans are some of the hardest working people in the world. If you go around East Africa, I know there are some Tanzanians that are here, you're very hardworking. But hard work alone will not make you free. A system is what will make you free. And now you have a system that is waiting for you. The question is, will you plug in? Will you take advantage of this system that exists? And the good thing is that as you are celebrating your achievement, we will also celebrate with you. I know out there, when someone achieves something, everyone is always looking and saying, unajua, huyo ni mtu wa Illuminati. But when you come in here and you achieve something, we'll surround you like we surrounded this young man in Nakuru last weekend as he celebrated his first vehicle at just less than 30 years old. This boy is 24 years old. and he's gotten his first vehicle. And we're celebrating him because his achievement is also proof that this business works as well. This is what is waiting for you on the other side of your decision. So what is next? I want to see in the chat. Tell me, I want to start. The person who invited you in this meeting is looking in the chat to see if you are ready to start. So I want to know in the chat, I want to start. This is the time to start. This is the time to change your life because you have been doing everything else. Now it is time to be able to make a change. You have tried everything else. It is not working. Come and try a system that is already built. All you need to do is plug in and be able to build your own business, build your own freedom, change the lives of the people around you. And I like the messages that I'm seeing. People saying, I want to start. Speak to the person who invited you. Do not allow procrastination and doubt to stop you. In fact, the best thing that you can do right now, even as we are getting to the end of this call, pick up your phone, call that person, tell them, I want to start. What do I need to do in order to be able to start? Do not allow time to pass before you make a change. Because if you decide you're not going to do it, of course, your life will still remain the same. But if you decide to change your life today, you can be able to quote the date that you started. It was October 3rd, 2025, when I made the decision to start my journey towards freedom. Freedom from what I have gone through all along. And I want to thank you for spending this hour with me. And I want to leave you with this quote that says, the richest people build networks while everyone else looks for work. And I want you to be with me as we are building networks. Because, my friend, I want to be able to be driving my Range Rover. And as I'm driving this Range Rover, I don't want you to be on the side of the road when it is raining like it is right now, and then water splashes on you and you want to curse me. I want you to be in your own vehicle as well, and you're not being rained on. This is a business that we are welcoming you to. This is a business of the 21st century. And I want to welcome you so that we can build this business together. Thank you for joining me during this meeting.